Hello, everybody. I wanted to pass along some information regarding our plan to transition collecting smoke alarm data out of Firehouse and through a program that was developed by GIS that will now keep track of the addresses and information we need for smoke alarm information. First off, I want to say thank you for the crews that have helped with this program, feedback that we've received, and then the ones that have tested this. So starting February 1st, we will officially transition away from Firehouse for gathering smoke alarm data. That means it'll all go into your iPad and you won't have any information to do back at the station once you've either completed your call or completed a canvas or a SharePoint request, whatever reason you are putting up a smoke alarm or checking a smoke alarm, will all take place in the truck on scene while you're there. So on B shift, you guys will receive a QR code laminated sheet that looks like this. Please keep this behind the iPad, between the iPad and the case, in case you need it for anything in the future. If you happen to lose the icon on the home screen or need the username or password, it'll be readily available. So I'm going to share my screen with you really quick, and we'll go through this. It should only take a few minutes. Once you take a picture of that QR code, it'll ask you if you want to save this to your home screen and select yes. And once you do that, this tab will show up, and it's called Project Red Zone, but it's for all smoke alarm installations. And it will appear on your iPad on the home screen in the form of just a new app or icon that you click on. And anytime you put up a smoke alarm, you'll be directed over to this. So it's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. If you are putting up a smoke alarm, type in the address. It should autofill. And once you select the address, if it happens to be an apartment, you would put the apartment number or unit number or letter here. And then what type of request are you there for? Is it for Project Red Zone? Is it after a fire event during a canvas? Is it an assignment from CityLearn? Or is it during a fire incident, for instance, on a medical call or a fire that you're checking the smoke alarm and you either install one or replace a battery? All that information would just simply go here. So we'll pick assignment from CityLearn. We'll come back to this apartment survey. If you do have an assignment from CityLearn, then they're the ones that requested us. So obviously you would be checking a smoke alarm. Simply put in their name and the number of occupants that are there. If there's any reason in any of these drop downs, you do not have to fill something in if there's a 0. So if there's 2 occupants at the address and there were no alarms to check, simply put in 0. You found no alarms working, so you installed 3. And this is simply if you installed something other than a regular smoke alarm. If you happen to put in a bed shaker and a hearing impaired smoke alarm, or if you replaced any batteries, you'd simply put that there. All this information is tracked once you put it into the survey. Again, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just fill it in as prompted to. This tab for contacting BDS, if you feel that the occupancy that you're at, the residence that you're at, is structurally unsafe due to significant damage, say you walk by a house during a canvas on Saturday, or you come across a building that's open and unsecured, if you want to check one of these 2 boxes, it will make a notification over to Building Development Services, and they'll send out an inspector to start the process to try to get the building taken care of. Any notes that might be beneficial, again, not required, but if you want to share some notes in here, you can certainly put them in there. The time and date should autofill, and then whichever vehicle you're on or assigned to, simply press those or select those and hit submit. Once you're done, the information will be updated on our end through a map, and we'll share that with you in a future video where you can go in and also edit this. So a couple other little things here about this. If you're doing a canvas, for example, Project Red Zone, and somebody either refuses or you hang a tag, There's no other information to fill out, no reason to put any other information there. If you do feel again, if the house warrants an inspection from BDS, basically if that's due to significant structure damage or it's an unsecured and open structure, you would select that and just time, date, and stamp it. If you happen to be at an apartment building, say we have an apartment fire and you go out and canvass the apartment complex after the fire, you would select this. And if it's a 12-unit apartment and you hang 12 tags, that's all you'll need to fill in and time, date, and stamp it. If you do make contact with a tenant or an occupant, you'll need to come in and put in a survey for that particular apartment building. So if apartment 1, you go in and install a smoke alarm, then you'll put the address in under apartment 1. This is on an apartment survey. There will not be an apartment tagged. You would fill it out just like a normal smoke alarm. You checked it, put in the occupant's name again. And whatever you did while you were there. There were 2 occupants. You checked no alarms because they didn't have any. They didn't have any working smoke alarms, so you installed 3. And time, date, and stamp it and hit submit. I apologize, I made an error here. If you do make a mistake, it will tell you that. So we'll call this an after the fire incident. And you've got to put in, apologize, a unit and a shift for each one. So that's how you'll start tracking smoke alarms. Beginning February 1st, we will no longer put in smoke alarm information into the Firehouse RMS system. Once you have scanned this, and I'll send these out on B-Shift, so they'll be able to scan these onto the iPad. You can start using the iPad today, but know that on February 1st, no longer put information into Firehouse. That'll give us about a week and a half buffer, so if there's any problems or issues, we can work through those. If you do have any feedback or concerns or questions, feel free to reach out to me, and we'll try to walk through those together. I appreciate your time and your feedback on this. And again, let me know if you've got any questions or problems.